create a new scenario, and what I'm trying to do is imagine you have an RSS feed from any source you like, articles, news, um, and you have an RSS feed that pulls in all this data, and the world is your oyster. You can do whatever you want with this data. But what I would be doing right now is just like what you saw, build an RSS feed that pulls an article, runs it through ChatGPT to give it the output I want, save a copy on the Google Sheet, and send it over to my Telegram message. You can set it to any output you want, whether you want Slack, whether you want Teams, or whether you use CRMs like Pipedrive, Airtable. It doesn't matter. There are a bunch of them. These are called models. Everything you see here are models, and you can just picture it this way, right? Picture it this way. Every model you see can somewhat all be connected to each other. So I'll be using websites like this, make.com, Zapier, or N8N. When we get to N8Ns, that is where we'll be dealing more with AI agents. I'll dive into that somewhere along this video or some other videos. I don't think, no, not this video. I will dive into more of that in other videos. So you just have a bunch, man. They're just thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands. But and for every flow, you have like certain tools to help you. This is a few of them. This is a router. What the router does is pretty much, routes your. I'll show you. I'll use it. Maybe I'll use this. I don't really need to, but I think I'll use that just an example. You have your iterator, your array aggregator, setting multiple variables, get multiple variables, match pattern, call it sub scenario. That's new. I don't think I've tried that yet. I haven't tried this too yet. Okay, I'll look into them. So right now, Todoist, even a productivity app is on here. Azure OpenAI, come on now. So I've played around with, I've used Power Automate, function, Azure Functions, AWS Lambda. So, it's sort of similar. That's why I meant like branching out to, to see what like automation can do more, how it's gonna help me out more. So yeah, let's see. So like I said, I want to pull an RSS feed, and you have two options here: watch RSS feed and retrieve RSS feed. For now, this is if you want to retrieve it from a specific website. If you have a specific website, let's say yahoo.com/RSS feeds or something, if you have a specific website, then you choose this one. But if you don't have the website and you want to watch for when new alerts come in from like a random source, then you use this. This is more global. So yes, you're just watching RSS feed items. And for this, I will use Google Alerts. Yes, I want to use Google Alerts to pull in some feeds. So right now, we can create a new, create an alert. Let's say Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift. And we can show the options. How often do we want Taylor Swift? As it happens, because you want it live, source, automatic. But we can just leave it automatic. Language, English, region, any, US. Let me be more specific. I don't want like a bunch of news and noise. How many? Only the best results delivered to RSS feed. I'm going to cut this out. I want to make sure this is the right email I want for this. Okay, it's whatever. So now we are going to create this alert. Now we have a Taylor Swift RSS alerts set up. If we click on here, we can see the XML file for the article. This is the title, former Cape Cod in what? Taylor Swift's former Cape Cod home hits the market for 14.5 million market watch. This is the title of the latest article. I think this is the URL, the link to it. This is the maybe description or something, I don't know. So yes, this is the XML file. No need to bother about that. Let me refresh this. So if you click on Taylor Swift, then you will see it in its clean UX format, where you can see what we just read in the back end. So the same title, Taylor Swift's former Cape Cod home hits the market for $14.5 million. So this is the first article. So now we're going to go back. We're going to right click. Because right now we're picking the link feeding the back end. You get? We're going to pick the link feeding, copy link address. We're going to pick the link feeding the article in its raw form. So now you come back to make.com and you post the URL there. Bam. It's in there. Good to go. This obviously means it's needed. So maximum number of returned items. This is where you set the amount of articles you want returned in a single cycle. Now let me just put 3. Let me just put 3. Okay, look at it right here. Set the maximum number of results that Make will process during one cycle. You don't need advanced settings. In some models, you will need them, so FYI. But majority of the time, you don't need advanced settings unless you really know what you're doing. Save. When do you want it to start? From now on, meaning as soon as the next one comes in, it picks it up. Or do you want this to start after a specific date? Maybe you want it to start tomorrow. Maybe you want it to start on Saturday, on Monday, Then do you want it to process all RSS feed items, meaning everything at all times, basically the ones available in the exports. The exports is a location where it saves um, the feed that comes in before. Maybe if we go deep into make, I will show you like the breakdown of the operations, the subscription, how each cycle is, how much the cost for each cycle, and how it plays into the long thing. Over time, you know which model to use. You know how to simplify it instead of making it big, because you can make it. I'll show you. So, but for test purposes, we're going to select the first RSS feed item. This is, so you can see this ampersand, the pound sign, the 3-9 apostrophe. No, this is not the apostrophe, my bad. Double column, semicolon. So now you can see this. Usually when it comes to formatting in HTML or CSS or something, this has been, I don't know why this is still a problem. This has been a problem since 10 years. Whenever you have like apostrophe in your, whenever you have an apostrophe in your, what you call it, on your HTML website in the back end, that means whoever did this or wrote this did not properly put some quotations or something, because this should have been fixed by now. I know it's fixed because I see apostrophes in so many texts online. So so anytime you see apostrophe, sometimes it displays as this. So this is Taylor Swift's apostrophe. For some reason, it can't use apostrophe because of some other code in there that's affecting the apostrophe. So they need to go fix this. I'm disappointed. They need to fix this. This is, come on now. Wait, let me see. I don't think this is from Make. I don't think this, is it from Make? Oh, look at, so it's from Google Alerts or wherever this is gotten from. This is a Google tag. Yeah, probably somebody is just, there's just so much going on there that nobody's looking at all these things. Well, okay. So back to this. Sorry for all that. Back to this. You save this. You put it aside. Oh, okay. Before that, let's run it. So we can run this module only. Voila. It's picked the first latest article out for us. Taylor Swift's former Cape Cod home hits the market for the $14.5 million market watch. This is the description. This is the URL. This is the date created. And this is the date updated. Now, if you notice, this is the output operation. There's an initialization step that goes on behind the scene. You have your operation step where the result presents itself. Most times you see the input and the output, but since this is the trigger, that is why you're only seeing the output. In the next one, I'll show you the input and the output. Now, they come as a bundle. We said we wanted 5 items, right? But there's only one bundle. I'll explain why. When we ran it, we chose the option of the last option that says select the first RSS feed item. I said this is for tests. So that is why it only brought out one bundle. When I turn it on, maybe I will show you the result after. I'll cut it at the end, and when it runs, you will see it will bring out three. Sorry, we said we wanted three. It will bring out three for us all at once, and that will be from now on. So, like I said, let's pick this again. Save. We've already seen the. Okay, so we have to run it again because we. Okay, so it's in again, and now if the three came in, we were going to have three bundles. So it will be bundle 1, bundle 2, bundle 3. But since we said we only wanted 1 for this, though I know I've set it, I know we've set it 3 for when the actual run starts and the operation starts. But since we're testing, that is why you see that option there. So yes, let's play around with our 1 bundle. The 1 bundle has shown us the ID tag and all of this. So now we want to send it to Google Chat. What's Google Chat? Google Sheets. I want to send to Google Sheet. I want to send to ChatGPT. I can just make a flow that goes like this. Google Sheets, again, so many options. You can do a lot with this, and I think everyone all has an API call you can make as well. We'll go into all that later. That's for the more advanced people that want to learn all that. So add a row. We want to add the article into a row. So in a Google Sheets, you have a connection. You can always add and create a new one and just follow the instructions. In other videos, again, I will start some of this from absolute scratch so that you can follow along. But this, I already have a connection right now, so we're just going to use that. Again, there are articles here that are really easy to follow. So if you and always updated. So if you're having any problem, you can always use the online help. At some point, again, you will watch me use all of this, create new things for the first time. So, but yes, search method, you can use search by path, select from all, enter manually. Enter manually is if you have the spreadsheet ID. As again, this is how you can find it. It will be in the URL of your spreadsheet. This should be it right here. ABC 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. But we don't need that. Select from all. This can help you find your ID. But we will be doing search by paths. I'll be using my drive. Click here to choose file. So I have let me open a new tab. Sheets.new. Or I have a sheet already. Let me use that instead. Give me a second. Okay, I'm back, and this is the spreadsheet ID. So we are going to pull out the spreadsheet ID. I created a Okay, so we'll be sharing the screen with the Google Sheet. I created a Google Sheet called Taylor Swift, and now we were going to search in our path. Mine was Richie DevOps. Then in Richie DevOps, we have the RSS file. I gave it title. So, okay. So when you have your Google Sheet open, you can copy the title if you want to give it an header. So here we are going to we copy the title, we put it there. We copy the description, we put it there. We copy the URL, we put it there. The date created, we put it there. The date updated, we put it there. So these 5 titles we use to map the Google Sheets after we've pulled out the name, because right here it asks, does table contain headers? Yes, they do. And then the headers are presented. If I change this title to Richie, I can come here, refresh this, and the first value is Richie. But I'm going to change this back to title, and this is already saved right here. So I'm going to refresh this again, and it's changed back to title. So now we want to map these two together. Again, you can move this however you want. We can add filters in between. I will show you how to do all this. So the module is not set up. So in the title, we want to use the RSS feeds title. In description, we want to use the description. In the URL, you just click it, or you can drag it, date created, date updated. And there's so many things you can do. You can, type some things in there. You can create more manual variables. You have AI to help you out. You have your general functions. You have your math functions. You have your text and binary functions. You can set the date and time, the variable timestamp now. You can functions with working arrays, system variables, custom variables. There's a lot you can do. There's a lot you can do, but we won't go into all that. Like I said, that is for more advanced things. Maybe if you guys give me an idea, or I have like a project I'm working on, then I'll use those for you. I think I have 1 or 2 where I have something like that, but it's pretty interesting. So I think we're done with this. Unformatted, no, this has to do with the link. So whether to insert a row unformatted, meaning leave as is. So if you add like a new URL into a column, they would not be converted to clickable links if you select yes. So we're going to leave it no, so they can remain clickable. And show advanced settings, like again, you don't need all this, but if you do need them, you can always come here to use them. Save. Now we have our RSS feed and our Google Sheets. So now we can run this module only, but it's going to ask, or do you know what, before I show you this way, let me just run it the proper way. So choose where to start. Because this is the trigger, every time you're testing, it will always ask you. So now we can run once. So now you can see there was a full flow from this RSS feed item to the Google Sheets where it added a row. And oh, look at it. So if you look at the Excel files, they've all gotten the updates instantly. The title, Taylor Swift former Cape Cod home hits the market for 14.5 million. This was all the way from Google's alerts URL, from MarketWatch. That's where it came from MarketWatch. All the way from MarketWatch, it's in my Excel sheets by just one click. Now I want to send this to ChatGPT. I want to send to an LLM model to create it into a post. It could be a blog post, it could be a social media post, Instagram, YouTube, videos, yes, like, but that's a different thing entirely. That we can use like Canva, and Canva can create duplicates for you that will span over the next 10 years. You know, like, it's amazing what you can do. With this, the world is your oyster. You know, you just need to figure out random things you can do with this. But yes, this is what I love doing. I have something in the works for later, but let's forget about all that for now. But Google Sheets. So yes, we can see the flow, and the URL is there for MarketWatch. I think we saw Taylor Swift. Yes, this is Taylor Swift. The waterfront abode, which is being sold furnished sprawls across 5.6064. Then you have the date created, we have the date updated. You can always change the format of this, either in your Excel sheet, or I think you should be able to do something about it. Yeah, date created. Let me see, one of those time functions. No, not this. Format dates. So yeah, so this is an example. So they show you like, okay, how to use these functions. Where is it? Format dates. Hold on. It moves a lot. So you can see the format dates. There are 3 different formats. This is the first format with the /. This is the second format with the hyphens and the time right there. This is the third format with, or just the dots and the time in, you know. And I think you can still manually change it. Like if you want maybe this, you know, you can just put this first part. Like, okay, you can see it's the raw format that we got, right? The 2025 -14C. Where did it go? -14C the numbers. Yeah, this is what we got. We got the second one. That's the default, right? But we want to format it so it looks like this below. So what we're going to do is we want the year to come first. No, I don't want the year to come first. I like this one, the months, the dates. So yes, I will use this, the months, the dates, the year. Control C. Then I will put the dates created because this is the default. I will put it in there. Okay, so this date created, I'm going to delete this. I'm trying to put it in between here. Yes, there you go. So the date created is now in between, following the format. So remember, we have to put the raw format in between. Then if you move it to the middle, this is where you put in how you want it to look like. I don't want it looking like this. Remember, I chose this one. And also you can change it if you want your day to be in front of the month, as long as you're just using this format. Let's see. I don't think I've tried it this way before. But let's see. Okay, yeah, I copied it. I can do I think the manual way to do this is curly braces, this curly braces. So yes, this is now my month / my day / my year. Now it looks like this black green because I typed it in. But if you drag it in, you sometimes get a different color. That way it's just for you to be able to understand whether it was a manual, whether you're the one that typed it in manually, or whether it was the color they generated for you. So let us see. And I think, I didn't add the hours time. Yeah, I want the time to, oops, I don't know, let me see. Trying to copy that. Let me see. Oh yeah, I'm trying to copy the time. Oh yeah, I can even use the no, I can use the region. I don't want to start like Googling what this region is. I don't want you guys out there to know where I am. But yeah, I'm trying to copy this. Okay, I have to copy everything together. Okay. Control C. So that means this can be separate. Oh, it can be. Well, it's whatever. So let me. Will this work? I'm trying to put the curly braces there. So let's delete this first one. If this doesn't work, then I'll separate the time and the day. But we'll see. Okay, so save. Oh, we need to do this for this too. Okay, so for the date updated to format dates. Oh, not there. I mean down here. Format dates. See, look at that. We're already using a function already. Then curly braces. Oh, curly braces in, curly braces out. Okay, so save. Let's run it again. Fingers crossed. Let's see if this will change. And it's going to create, so it's going to create a new role below this. We can also you can also add the option to edit, but then you have to add like conditions and all of that. But since we're just testing it out, I don't think we need to do all that. So we have to answer this question again. Select this, save, or let's pick the second one. Taylor Swift is fighting Justin Baldoni. So we're now going to run it because we've given it the request. Paula. Oh, okay. So, it sent in two. Did it send in two because I chose two? I thought I was just picking one. But well, we can see two came in, and this is the bundle one, bundle two I told you about. I'm going to try something. I'm going to pick the fifth one, and I want to see if five will come in. Oh, okay, two came in. No, I want to see why two came in. Give me a second. Let me quickly. Oh, let's look at the time real quick. My bad. The formats. Okay, let's see. So we got the dates. We got the time. I don't think we need all this extra at the back, but we'll come back to this in the next run. For this, there were two operations. The first operation and the first operation is the input, the first input and output for the first row. You have your bundle one, your bundle two. Same here, you have your inputs, your outputs, your bundle one, your bundle two, the Taylor Swift sheet name, the spreadsheet ID, the table range, where it outputted it to. So it outputted it between A1 to A3. More information is given if you want to know more about the values. That this was the inputs that it collected from the RSS feed. So this shows you the operations if you want to debug or figure out what is going on. So now we have two rows. So next we want to add ChatGPT. But remember, I said I was going to show you, again, there are different things you can use here, and you always have that API call option at the end of each one, just in case they don't have the option you want. So yes, we're going to create a completion. But remember earlier, I mentioned that I was going to show you what a router does. So this is a flow control. So now they have certain built-in flow controls that control the flow of the what do you call it, of the scenario. This is the repeater flow. Pretty much if you want to repeat a particular process in your scenario, there might be places you want to like maybe iterate. Sometimes like ChatGPT, for instance, right? Maybe if you're creating a proper like writing business where you write for people, right? And like ChatGPT or some of these LLM models, they don't always give you their best results on the first prompt. You have to like reiterate that prompt to get a better written word. So you can use repeater there, or you can use repeater for like, okay, maybe if there was an error in maybe rate limits for your API, you can put a repeater to repeat this process if it fails, because maybe you know, like, okay, this process fails every single time, and the only way to get past it is if you put a repeater to like repeat this after 30 minutes if there's a rate limiting error or something, or a different kind of error. But yes, repeater is an action. You can be like, again, you can freestyle with it however you want to, however you think it will help your flow. Now these are the feeders. The feeders is pretty much iterating your content. So let's say you have a content that comes in and you want to separate it into break them down. This right here as your iterator will help you do that. Aggregators, the opposite, it will collect all the source, all the information, and output it into one single output, however you want it, or to one location. Maybe grab all of this and aggregate it and push it out. Routers is what we'll be using. We'll have some directives that can either break the flow at some point, or commit the flow, or ignore a flow, or ignore an error or a warning. Just setting rules, resume, roll back. It gets as complex as it can, or as simple as it can. It's all up to you and what you're trying to do. So right there, I just pushed the bubble into this, and it's pretty much reshaped the entire thing. Again, there are many ways you can put the bubbles into each other. You can do a right click, other routes. You can just cut this off. Wait, you can cut these things off. They don't want to cut off. So you can cut it off. Why are they being so okay? But you can cut it off and like rejoin it. You can just, it's so what do you call it? Then you can set filters. Yes, you can set filters. Like, you want to set up a filter, you label it, give it the conditions. There are different text operators. Exists, does not exist, equal to case insensitive, not equal to case insensitive. Those different numeric operators, time operators, Boolean operators, and the list goes on and on and on. But we're not going to use any of that now. We're just doing the routing. So the routing, the routing, if I don't want like Google Sheets to be along the way, and there are other like better use case for this. This is just unnecessary, but I just wanted to show you how the router works. But yeah, there are cases where you want to again save some things, or you want to get an information and send one to maybe your Airtable, then send one to like, okay, you go to my social media. Your social media will now send it to like your Facebook, your LinkedIn, your send it to like ChatGPT or to multiple ChatGPTs, and you can use multiple routers, and your social media will post it to everything for you. And there's just a bunch of things you can do with this. So you have your Google Sheets, you have your OpenAI. This router, this is meant to be here on link. This, I don't need this, delete. So this will come here. So the Google Sheets will take that. The RSS URL will come straight to ChatGPT. So now we can create a completion. Oh, see? Okay, yeah, now we can create a completion. So for OpenAI, you want to create your OpenAI connection, and this is on, I think, OpenAI.com. This is not ChatGPT per se. This is like Wait. No. So you want to come to, I'm trying to find the website. Oh, yeah, your API platform. Platform overview, start building way. I'm just surprised I'm logged out is all. Well, callback code. Okay, so you want to, so yeah, I think the website is platform.openai.com. You want to come to platform.openai.com. Then you can go to your playground. This is where you can train your models, create your assistants. I have a few, I've created a few in the past, LLM prompts, IG, Facebook, LinkedIn. So you can train them in, to, and I'll show you a bit of that. But right now we want to create a chat completion. Let's create a prompt completion. Okay, legacy chat. Let me just leave it, create a chat completion. We're going to use GPT-4 for this. O mini. I think this should be more than enough. It's just a tweet, a post. Nobody, nobody cares like that. Now, it will present your messages. So yeah, you want to add a message and you want to give your chat GPT a role, and you can give it a system role and give it a context. You can say you are a Swiftie, a big Taylor Swift fan. Let me remove this. A big Taylor Swift fan and professional social media, or to be more specific, professional X, formerly Twitter, a professional social media influencer. So we can say, okay, you are a Swiftie, a big Taylor Swift fan, and a professional X, formerly Twitter, formerly X's or X social media influencer. You're a professional, no, you're a Swiftie, a big Taylor Swift fan, and a professional X social media influencer with over 200k plus followers. I'm thinking if it matters or not. Zero followers. Let's just say with, yeah, let's not too complicated. Let's leave it to, figure that out. You're switching a bit of a fan, a professional X social media influencer. Oh, now you want to add a second message as the user. You don't really need an assistant in this situation. And I think an assistant is for like chatbots. I think that's the best use case you can use assistants for. But I mean, you can use assistants here if you know what you're using it for. Maybe an assistant to help, like for a context, then the user who is now you, that'll be prompting. Or I can just ask ChatGPT right now. I can ask ChatGPT right now how to make, give me a prompt, give me a prompt to give me a prompt to give me a system and user prompt to create to use in my GPT-4 mini model as the goal is to make X posts within the 280 character limits. Make it catchy. Make it catchy and engaging. At most, one hashtag, no emoji, no emojis. Sound natural, sound like a natural Swiftie. Taylor Swift. Fine. Okay, so let's see. Let's see a system prompts we can use. You see, you're a creative Swiftie who writes short, engaging posts about Taylor Swift. Your tone is witty, relatable, and effortlessly cool. You reference lyrics, albums, and Swiftie culture in a natural way. Keep posts under 280 characters. Sounding like something a real fan would tweet. Use at most one hashtag, no emojis, no hashtag like Taylor Swift unless it fits the vibe. Prioritize cleverness, authenticity, and fangirl energy over generic praise. That's beautiful right there. So, I'm taking it straight here. Usually, I will go play with it in the playground. So now the playground, we would have used the assistant model. I think we would have used the assistant model because for this we picked. I don't see where I can, because normally you'd be able to like pick the playground, but I don't see the option here. So the playground is if you do not want to manually put this in and you already have yours, you just want to impute in. So if I've been playing with this on my playground, I can either go to my playground, copy and paste it here, or I could just connect it directly to my playground. It doesn't matter. Now for the user, It said write 5 posts. Oh, I don't, you know what? I need to adjust this. I didn't clarify that the source will be from RSS feeds. Or does it matter? Oh, okay. You reference lyrics, albums, and Swifty culture. Okay, you know what? I will just come here. From a RSS feed items. No, it's just gonna spoil the vibe. Let's just leave it this way for now. I can talk to this later if I want to. So write 5 posts about Taylor Swift's reputation era, make them feel like real Swifty tweets. Snappy under 280 characters, catchy and cool, at most 1 hashtag, no emojis. But I also want this to talk about other things, so because we're not just going to be talking about Taylor Swift all the time, Give me a second. I'll be back. So, hey guys. I'm back. I took a break there, and I think we were going to give me I told ChatGPT to give me all of this, but I went to use Grok, a different LLM model. I just felt that since Grok is owned by X and we want to post to X, we should, use X's LLM model. Well, I feel it will give us more genuine answers. So we're going to cancel this. We're going to close this, and also in your account, this is where you can create your API if you want your ChatGPT to do a lot more. You can create your authentication, but for now you don't have to pay anything if you're only doing, I think, little. But this is where your API keys are, your admin keys. Okay, if you have an admin, then your billing, this is where you can see your billing. You can just add the balance, so it's like a pay as you go situation. But yes, this is there's a lot you can do on there. Another time I'll take you through it. So back to our make.com. So now in the text content in the system, we're going to change it up a bit. We're going to change it up a bit to a different thing. Prompts. You can say you're a creative Swiftie who writes short, engaging posts about Taylor Swift. Your tone is witty, relatable, and effortlessly cool. You reference lyrics, albums, and Swiftie culture in a natural way. Key posts under 280 characters, sounding like something a natural fan will say. Use at most 1 hashtag, no emojis. No hashtags like Taylor Swift unless it fits the vibes, okay. Prioritize cleverness, authenticity, and fangirl energy over generic praise. I like that. User, write 5 posts about Taylor Swift. Reputation era, make them feel like real Swifty tweets. Snappy under 280 characters. So I don't know how this is going to work, because if you know we are the I should have what I should have said on ChatGPT was create. I should have let it know that it's coming from an RSS feed, so that it gives better role. Because now I don't know how it's going to pick. Oh, well, let's see. Image input type. Oh, and yeah, we can to make if we actually want to use the Excel sheets. We're just storing our RSS feeds, our posts. But if we actually want to use them so that the system knows what the user is referring to, we can just say, okay, write 5 posts about Taylor Swift. Instead of reputation, we just put oh, so see, we can pick the Google. Okay, so because we use router, this OpenAI does not have a link to Google Sheets, so we don't really need the router. We can just delete this. Take the tail, the plus sign to the tail. Yes, we don't need that. Again, we still do not need Google Sheet because we can just put it like this. But I just want to show you how everything connects if you're being like, really particular, So we need to run this again so that we can see. Oh, this is already going, but we're going to fix it though, because we've not given it like proper information yet. So you can see ChatGPT is, oh, so now it's pulled 3 bundles just like we wanted, and these are 3 new bundles, as you can see: Philly Meet and Taylor Swift. So this happened because we didn't try to change it. Every time we try to change it, it will ask us that first question from now on, but we didn't try to change it now. So when we click play, it's, we had the from now on also available. So it picked the 3 for us. So these are 3 new news. So, but let's see what ChatGPT brought out. On the first, it said reputation era taught me my own story like it's a sneakers jam anthem. She dropped an album, that's Sleek Vibe. 8 is going 8. You see, they do not relate to the. This is what I was trying to show you, that so this right here, for each of the 3 bundles that it's received, it created 5 outputs. Created 5 outputs. Maybe we don't need 3. Maybe we just need 1. Because again, we are using, so for each operation, you can see the amount of tokens that are being used. Let me leave this as 1. We don't, for this testing. Then this, we're going to leave all this. I was going to delete it. Then FYI, the context comes from a RSS feed. Do something. Do something. Another RSS feed. With titles and descriptions. So let's see what's going to show us. Okay, so I think this is better. So again, all this you just have to like play around if you want to get it to help you properly write it the way you want it. Come on now. So Control V. So this part where it says use the info from titles, we're going to change it with ours. So we can get the title from here. We can delete this. Okay, one more. Because of my screen right now, I'm just managing it. Then from title and descriptions, we can put this there. Delete that. So now it will pick the title and the description from the Excel sheet. The user, we're not going to write 5 posts. So what we'll just do is this feed items. So title, we already have title. We don't need all this. No description. We don't need this. No, we don't need this. We don't need this. Okay, so I think this is okay. Feed items, title, description, and this we can reduce it so that this your mass completion tokens. The bigger it is, the longer your message. We don't want long messages, so we can just leave it at 500. I mean, we just want 280 characters, right? So to limit our completion tokens, we can leave that at 500. Sometimes it just leave it at 2000, doesn't matter. So now let's run this. Let's add a Telegram. Let's say you want to output it to Telegram, or you want to output it to Slack, Airtable, Google Sheets, your mail, your email. You want to send it as an email to a friend. You want to, there are a bunch of things you can do. For this, we are going to send a text message or a reply. Send a text message or a reply. Okay, so I already have an account that I created a while back. So again, if you're trying to know how to connect to any output you choose, you can use the online help. My chat ID, if you won't get your chat ID, let me see. Your text will be your, okay, so we don't have the outputs from, okay, yeah, we have outputs already, my bad. So the output is the results. that will be sent to my Telegram, my chat ID. You can go on your Telegram, search at user info bot. Let me type it out so you don't go doing the wrong thing. At user info bot, all small caps. Message that, search for that, message that, you will see your chat ID. It will pull out your chat ID. I don't know if I'm going to cover this or add this, but that's my chat ID. It's a unique identifier for the target chat or username of the target chat in the format channel username. So okay, so this Telegram chatbot that I created. So we're just going to use this. Next time I'll properly show you everything. But for now, just for this purposes. So now let's run this and see. Did you see that? Yes. So now we said we just wanted one. So the news now was Caitlin Clark. Okay, let's start from the Caitlin Clark just dropped a rare peek behind the curtain of a Chiefs game day with Taylor. When your squad includes Taylor plus player vibes, you know it's a love story in the making. Swifty Sundays. But I can even go ahead to set an approval button or an edit button, and if I click on the edit button, then we can use like a rollback to iterate again or something, I don't know, or we can approve it and it posts directly to Twitter. I can put a router after ChatGPT to send one after Google Sheets to send one to ChatGPT, to send one to Twitter, to send one to Telegram, to send one to, you can just, do crazy thing. Also, I also help like businesses automate different things within their production cycle, which helps to speed up time, save on cost optimization, reliability, uptime. I will show some of these things down the line, but this is just a simple transfer from your RSS to your Telegram bots. I'll also try and keep my videos shorter, so that way you won't have to watch everything. But yes, this is how you set up a proper RSS feed to Google Sheets, to OpenAI, to Telegram bots in less than an hour, I'm guessing. On a normal day, I can do this in like 15 minutes, 10 minutes, 20. Okay, I don't think but I'm trying to be, it all depends on the size and what the mission is. But that's my